Hey Arkers, welcome back to my channel. It's been 2 weeks since I posted a video. It's a long time. But there's a good reason for that. This film here was filmed on my own rented server. But unfortunately, that server took a big giant... Yep. They wouldn't fix it, and I got tired of waiting. So I figured, what the heck. If I have to play on a buggy server, might as well come play official. So here it goes. There's no sense in wasting money on a buggy server. I chose a server based on my ping. Thus, a survivor is born. Got a lot of work ahead of me. Time to get busy. At this point, since I've already joined a busy server, I'm not worried about where I'm building. I'm just worried about leveling up. So I'm collecting all that fiber and all that wood, trying to get to that hatching ground as soon as possible. I repeated this step a few more times until I was satisfied. After a while, I decided to go somewhere else for better resources. It's time to build that first raft, and I need some hide. Remembered something. A torch makes a very effective weapon against pesky little birds. A few unfortunate run-ins with the local wildlife has left my bag in the water. Several attempts to get it back. This time I decided to use myself as bait and lead them away. Or at least the baryonyx. After all that jazz, I finally got a raft built. The dreaded search for a place to build. Got enough tranks and arrows to tame me a Dodicarus and a bugbear, formerly known as a Megatherium. Remember something else while building this taming boat. Yes, it's a taming boat. The traps don't work like they used to, except they work in reverse. So you stand inside and they get stuck at the ramp. Still works. All those narcotics we were making just scored us a mammoth. 145. Oh yeah. As soon as the sun came up, I decided to head out to look for something else to tame. Since the mammoth is okay, and he takes a while to tame, might as well keep myself busy and look for something else. It didn't take long, and I spotted my target. Very pretty. I began the taming, but then I heard a noise beyond this boulder. So I lost his aggro and decided to neutralize the threat. Collected some berries and dumped the rest. Time to neutralize the threat. When you're fighting something, it's a good idea to back up while fighting. This causes your enemy to miss more than hit, and you may survive the fight a little longer. That bleed effect is very nasty. Now that the threat is neutralized, it's time to get back to taming. It's a very pretty Yankee. Whenever you can, you should always use spike walls to protect your tame. In this case, I was a little low on wood. A little neat trick you can do: take the engram of the spike wall, put it in your hotbar, and craft as you go. You don't want to use your animal here to clear the brush. Any strikes against your taming will lower its taming effectiveness, so use your hand and be very careful. Notice how I'm standing between the mammoth and the Yankee. The mammoth's programming will see me as an obstacle and move away. Here you'll see that I'm standing on my Yankee. You won't hurt him. It helps you draw a tight circle with the spike walls around him. As long as you don't strike or punch the air, he will be fine. While waiting for your tame to rise, it's a good idea to sweep the area for any threats and neutralize if there's any. Spike walls are a good idea, but they're not foolproof. They do break, and if it breaks, then your animal dies. And you don't want that to happen, so keep your head on a swivel and neutralize any threats before they take you out and your tame. After a while, I noticed that my mammoth was getting a little low on torpor. So I checked the Yankee, made sure he was okay, and headed for the mammoth. Pink is torpor. Yellow is taming percentage. After securing the mammoth and making sure he's okay, I ran back up the hill to the Yankee. Now that the little pups and the rhino are secure with food, it's time to walk them down to the raft. A very slow and painful walk. At this point in the game, I don't have cryopods yet, so I'm completely reliant on the bugbear and myself to secure these animals. Unfortunately, the rhino didn't survive. The taming raft doesn't work well as a trap anymore. It is an excellent animal transport. Heading back up the mountain to check on the Yankee. His torpor is also getting low. And there seems to be danger all around it. Tried to tame another mammoth. His color was really cool, but unfortunately, wolves got to it and it died. I did manage to secure the baby though. Still a bit, even though I have to raise it. Baby mammoths work too. Just gotta wait a few days to use it. Now I need to secure it until the Yankee's done, and then have to walk them both down to the river. Since he's so tiny and vulnerable, I decided to make a double layer of the spike walls around him. Using the bugbear for a somewhat bird's eye view of what I have done, didn't like how the spiked walls were, so I adjusted a few. I felt the gap was just a little too big. This lovely Yankee finally woke up. He's ready to go. I'm gonna collect my spike walls. I'm gonna walk him down to the boat. I have decided to walk them down individually. It would be easier to protect him at this point. The mammoth is also finished and ready to go. Just gotta collect the baby mammoth now. Now back up the hill to fetch the mammoth. This ought to be fun. Since the bugbear is currently larger than the mammoth, I can use my bugbear to tower over the mammoth and protect him from any incoming threats. Now that everyone's loaded up, we can head back home and start to build our new base. I did choose the spot prior to coming here, but it's just a pillar. Now it'll be a monstrosity. And that'll be in the next video. So this video would be much too long if I did it today. I thank you for joining me today, Arkers. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Maybe even consider subscribing. There's more videos on the way. Maybe it's a good thing that my server took a poop. That way I can make real videos in real time for real people. That's all for today. Stay awesome, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.